Mary mentioned Child Life, and Child Life has been around for a long time, and it's just, it can make the difference for a child who's staying in the hospital between something that is scary and miserable and boring to something that is engaging, that is uplifting, that is hopeful, that it can even change their treatment, it can change their, the way they respond to treatment. It's really wonderful. And Beth Solomon is here, who is the Child Life Specialist.
A term I haven't heard
at
till
Gilchrist
today.
Kids. Oh, you haven't? So, yeah, it's really wonderful what you do. So thanks so much for being with us. And because Don hasn't heard of it, and there are probably a lot of other people as well.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah.
I get that a lot, actually. So Child Life is a branch of supportive care where it's really focused on helping the psychosocial and emotional health of the child. Kids face hospital situations and very scary situations, and it can be overwhelming. And when you're in that place, you feel helpless. And so what a Child Life Specialist does is we work on creating the sense and the empowerment for children, helping them to continue to be children and have that joy and verve for life for as long as possible. Many of the kids we work with are very aware of what's happening to them, even when their parents are trying to keep it from them. And we've had situations where parents don't want to have those conversations with their kids. They're trying to protect them, and the kids know. And it's not because anyone said the word die to them or anything like that. They know. They seem to have an intrinsic awareness. And the sheer willpower that they have, oftentimes, to even meet certain goals. So in a sense, I suppose there could be that almost purity of knowledge. There's other kids that don't have that at all, and it can come as a surprise. But most of them seem to have some awareness of what's happening to them and determination what they want to have happen.
I just wonder if you found yourself in a position where you've had to communicate with the parents by what you've learned from the child to help ease that gap in thinking.
Yeah.
Or
one of the funny things when working with kids and their parents, and sometimes separately, is the fact that parents and children are often trying to protect each other. And parents don't necessarily want their child to be afraid of what's happening, and kids don't want their parents to be sad. And so they will often be thinking and doing the same things, just not saying it to each other. And so sometimes bridging that gap between them and being able to be open, whether they want to have that same conversation in the same room or I'm the go-between or intermediary. Being able to just sit with a child and, we talk about meeting them where they are. What do they want to tell you? Where are they going to be? Are they hesitant about interacting with you? And how can you ease that? And once you can show them that you're there on their level and for them, they're often a lot more willing to have those conversations or do those activities. So when I'm working with a patient or their siblings, there is a lot that's based on play because the language of a child is play. And so that's how they interpret the world, how they engage with it, especially for the younger age group. But a lot of times it's giving them a break from whatever's going on in the sense of games and play. Somebody that knows what's happening to them, that can see their health trajectory and knows what their clinical experience is or their siblings' clinical experience and can be a part of that, but also give them that one-on-one attention to say, okay, let's just be a kid right now. Let's just do something fun and enjoy it.
when people ask you what you love about your job, what do you say? Because I'm guessing you love it.
The children, they are facing some of the worst situations that they can possibly do and have such huge amounts of attitude in doing it. And I mean that in a good way. Like, they are there to show off themselves, show the world that they are really strong people, that they're still fulfilling dreams and still very, very much present, even though they may not be able to be as active as they were. And they're just a joy to be around. And sometimes you have those kids that, really, really change your life because they're such a huge impact.
And thank you again for being with us. It's Beth Solomon, Child Life Specialist at Gilchrist Kids. And once again, as we keep saying, thank you for what you do.